I'm Dave Revson. This is ESPN Classic's NBA Finals Weekend. In 1991, the Bulls made their way through the playoffs, losing only twice, and won their first NBA title with ease. Defending that title proved to be more difficult. By the time they squared off against Portland for the crown, they had already been through what could only be called a Game 7 battle with New York, as well as a tough series with Cleveland for the conference championship. The Bulls had a 3-2 series lead. Game 6 is next.
Here's what we want. Give him the ball to the backcourt.
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1992 NBA Finals. Tonight, Game 6 between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Chicago Bulls.
A pleasant and potentially historic Sunday night in Chicago. The 243rd consecutive sellout at Chicago Stadium, and none of the 18,676 here expect to be back on Wednesday night. Instead, tonight, they look for the final affirmation of what 67 regular season victories and a tough but thus far successful playoff run have indicated. For the second year in a row, this is the finest basketball team in the world.
A beautiful 86-degree day in the windy city of Chicago, and indoors it is heating up. Although the Portland Trail Blazers have other thoughts on the matter, Chicago fans looking to tonight as a coronation of the champion Bulls, so the home club will be greeted with hysteria. Here is the public address announcer, Ray Clay.
To the Chicago Stadium. Tonight, Game 6 of the NBA Finals is between the Portland Trail Blazers and your Chicago Bulls. Now for tonight's lineups. First for the visiting Portland Trail Blazers, and forward from Maryland, 6'8", Buck Williams. A 6'7" forward from Longwood,
a stirring scene in Chicago during the introduction of the lineups. Now to a man who has made it back to the Midwest from his hometown of Portland after doing a nice job for the Chamber of Commerce. Here's Ahmad Rashad.
Thanks, Mom. I also love Chicago. Now, you would think with all the pressure on the Portland Trailblazers that their locker room would be a little bit uptight. That was not the case. It was very loose. I talked to Clyde Drexler. He said the reason that we're so loose is we feel like this. We've only won 2 games in this series, but we have not played our best basketball. Hopefully, we can do it tonight. In the other locker room on the Bulls side, the only thing they talk about, the only thing that was missing last year when we won the championship was we won it away from home. That will change. Not only will we win the championship here at home, we will also win it tonight.
All right, Ahmad, and no team in NBA history has ever come back from a 3-2 deficit in the finals by winning the last 2 games on the road. The trailing team has come back 5 times to win in 7 games, but never with 2 road victories.
Presenting the honorary first ball.
And now, for the ceremonial opening tip, receiving an ovation from the crowd, one-time Chicago Bull, Bob Butterbean Love, the second all-time Bull scorer behind Michael Jordan. Bob Love played for the Bulls from 1968 through 1976. And hearing it from the crowd, it's Tom Bullwinkle, one-time Bulls teammate, giving him thumbs up. Tom is a member of the Bulls broadcast crew. The officials, Ed T. Rush, Mike Mathis, and Hugh Evans. Ron Kersey and Horace Grant on the opening tip, and John Paxson controls for the Bulls.
We want to look early to see if there are any unusual matchups taking place defensively for Portland. Right now, it looks like they're trying to go straight up. A switch now has put Porter on Pippen immediately.
Cartwright looking to go right at Duckworth.
Yes.
And Porter met by Paxson. Porter beating Paxson, but he missed the layup. Rebounded by Duckworth. Porter looking to get into it early, and is called for the offensive foul. Terry Porter has struggled to get his shots. The other night, in Game 5, he went 0 for his first 6 before he was able to hit.
And when you lose your confidence, you have a tough time making decisions. This should have been a pull-up right there, about the 10-foot marker. Pull up and shoot that in-between jumper. Cartwright was planted the entire time.
And recall the previous game, Game 4, Porter was able to manage only 7 shots from the floor. Pippen worked off the pick. Cartwright open. Drexler moves down.
Portland trying to come out of the gates quickly to avoid the early deficits they had in the last 3 games and then stay out of foul trouble, the other point of concern.
But the Blazers have opened up with some poor shots. Pippen had it broken up by Williams. And it will be Portland ball. Last touch by Pippen.
The veteran official, Eddie Rush, making the signal one way and then realizing that he had pointed the wrong way. Enough presence, confidence, okay? And the fact that he's been around so long, you change it. You make it right if it's wrong and you have a chance to do it.
Kersey played by Pippen. Goes to the alley-oop. Cartwright hits the floor and deflected it out of bounds. So the Blazers 0 for their first 5.
You sit on the other side.
Oh, what a play by Pippen. And he was able to deflect it. No, apparently not. He stepped out before he deflected off Kersey, and Portland maintains possession.
I think Mike Mathis is saying that Pippen was out of bounds when he touched the basketball, therefore the possession goes over to Portland. Out of bounds, on the line, possession Portland.
There's Porter. Rebounded by Cartwright. So Terry Porter, in this opening minute and 45, has matched his shots attempted as Paxson was able to take the pass from Pippen. Beat his man along the baseline for a 4-0 Chicago lead. Here's Porter. And Terry Porter has come out firing away. I started to say he had only 3 shots at the half on Friday night. That was his 4th attempt, although with the foul, he will go to the line. Horace Grant called for the personal.
Obviously, you can see that Terry Porter has come out and himself tried to change his whole thing around, trying to get his team off to a quick start. He feels he cannot be the laid-back guard that just distributes right now. Someone needs to step forward. Problem could be if too many guys try to do it at the same time. They have to have the right blend and understanding of who's got it going and who doesn't.
Over the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, Terry Porter was magnificent. He averaged 23 points. He shot 53%. Hit 34 of 65 from three-point land. He scored 30 or more 4 times over those first 3 rounds, but it's been a different story against the Bulls.
You can see Portland extending its defense, trying to put the pressure out there. It's a straight matchup. Point guard against point guard, big guard against big guard, small forward, small forward. I think the key will be Kersey's ability to guard Pippen. That's their area of concern.
Right. Won't count. And Rush with the call against Duckworth. Duckworth called for the elbow on Cartwright. So Pippen will throw in. The Bulls 4 and the Blazers 2 were just underway. Scottie Pippen coming off a very strong performance on Friday night. Kersey putting the move on Jordan. Kersey with the tip, and he's tied the game at 4.
Phil Jackson mentioned to us earlier today that one of the areas of concern, the ability of Portland to put it on the floor, the steal, and now the slam dunk by Kersey. He gets 3 or 4 of those a game just because he has the ability to run out and fill a lane.
And the Blazers take a 6-4 lead. Portland came out intent on not allowing Chicago to get off to the blistering start.
It's the extra effort and the athleticism of Kersey that enables him to, was it a bad shot off balance? Right, but then he corrects it by following it back up on the offensive boards.
Portland foul was called on Bud Williams. Good defense by the combination of Kersey and Porter, but it's turned over by Kersey. It is a double dribble.
As Jerome tried to bust out of the pack, after the deflection takes place, the good hands there by Porter gets a piece. Kersey comes up with the steal. Now, as he gets going, he takes it, picks it up, puts it right hand to left hand. You can't do that.
Chicago scored the first 4 points. Portland the next 6. Here's Pippen, and he's tied the game at 6. Kersey played by Pippen against Drexler, and it's rejected by Jordan. Michael Jordan with the rejection. He had some help from Cartwright.
Well, they front the post to make the lob pass take place. The good rotation by Bill stops him from getting the layup, and then you got Michael coming from behind your head, which is always dangerous.
It will be Chicago ball.
When Michael's gas tank was running a little bit empty in those first 4 games down the stretch, we noticed that one area, blocked shots, he had 0 for the first 4 games. He picked up 1 in Game 5. Already he has 1 here in Game 6.
And he was the number 2 shot blocking guard in the NBA behind Reggie Lewis of the Boston Celtics. And we get the whistle. The ball deflected out by Horace Grant, according to Ed Rush. Portland has opened up, hitting only 2 of 11 from the field. Kersey rebounded by Duckworth. So Portland leads by the score of 8-6.
Turnovers and rebounds, 2 key figures that have stood up each game the two areas that Portland will try and concentrate on. Reduce their turnovers, get on the glass.
Michael Jordan yet to attempt a shot. Shot clock at 4. Eludes the double team. And again, Portland on the run. The Bulls able to get back. Drexler stopped by Paxson, and then Jordan able to hustle it back.
The Chicago defense is always swarming, so when you turn your back for a second, somebody else is coming at you.
And Drexler stumbling threw it away. The Bulls take a timeout. A shaky start by both teams. 5 minutes gone by.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate New Finish, the once-a-year car polish.
Simply wipe it on, wipe it off. No rubbing, no buffing. New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. New Finish.
Top-rated New Finish, available at Target, Dollar General, Ace, Walgreens, AutoZone, Kmart, and other leading stores.
For some folks, beauty is a mountain memory. Yet for others, beauty is on 2 wheels. For those riders, Geico Motorcycle Insurance has you covered. No wonder thousands of riders are switching to Geico each week. Geico. One call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance, too. Let's ride.
Whoa! That's one monster case of athlete's foot. Blitz that with Tough Act and Tinactin. It cools, cures, hey, it even prevents most athlete's foot. Lamisol AT can't say that. Get boom! Tough Act and Tinactin.
At eHarmony, we know you don't need any help figuring out what attracts you on the outside. So we help with areas of compatibility that you can't see with the naked eye. Because when compatibility meets with physical attraction,
oh my.
Absolute magic.
There's just something so special.
It was amazing. It was instantaneous.
It's electricity. Well.
Words can't even describe what it's like when attraction is ignited by compatibility. That's why I'd like you to experience for yourself what it feels like to be matched on 29 proven dimensions of compatibility.
It's just that, wow. I never met anyone like this before. We connect.
You know, my heart was racing and...
It's amazing what eHarmony has done. It's amazing.
It's hard to describe, but it's beautiful.
Experience for yourself the magic and joy of true compatibility. Log on to eHarmony.com and get your compatibility profile. A $50 value free. eHarmony.com. Log on today.
Have you made the O part of your life? At Overstock.com, you'll find thousands of new products for your home, health, entertainment, and more at up to 70% off. Each order ships for a simple flat rate. The O Travel Store offers low booking fees, and O auctions are safer with their trusted merchant program. Plus, 24-hour customer service and a fraud protection team make online shopping safe for you. Make the O part of your life. Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
After knocking out 2 jumpers in the offensive end, Paxson a little over-aggressive going for the rebound. The body contact to Porter. Personal foul, number 2 on Paxson. B.J. Armstrong reports to the scorer's table. He will replace John Paxson on the floor.
And Paxson has had the hot hand, 3 for 3, including a 3-pointer, 7 points. In this series, he's knocked down 7 out of 15 from three-point land. Here's B.J. Armstrong coming on. So Jordan and Armstrong in the backcourt for the Bulls. Scott Williams up front with Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant. 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Jordan with the interception. The Bulls trail 15-13.
4th turnover in this first quarter for Portland.
And Jordan is fouled.
Because Chicago anticipates so well, in particular Michael Jordan, the passing lanes are most dangerous. You have to be sure before you pass the basketball. Crisp, short passes.
Clyde Drexler, who was in foul trouble throughout the game on Friday night with 4 in the first half, was called for his first. Again, a non-shooting foul. Now Jordan posting up Drexler. I played him well. Jordan passed on the 3. Finds Grant. Oh, what a play by Horace Grant.
And Danny Ainge had mentioned to us earlier that one of the problems with double teaming Jordan on the perimeter is that he hangs in the air so long, you just don't know where he's going to drop the ball off at the end.
Robinson, yes. Cliff Robinson with his second field goal. He has 4, and the Blazers lead at 17-15. Now Jordan being played by Kersey. Armstrong.
2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Clyde Drexler throwing it away. He thought he had a teammate on the far side.
The decision-making ability of Michael Jordan, when he gets in the air, he now has 3 defenders occupied. It's just a matter of picking out the right man. That time it was Grant.
Danny Ainge has checked in. Grant from Armstrong. Bulls caught the Blazers relaxing. They did not get back.
Chicago's team tests you mentally in all facets, every area. If you fall asleep on an inbounds pass, they'll try and get a quick one on you. If you're lazy on a pass, they'll intercept it by cutting in the passing lane. They make you execute and pay attention 48 minutes.
Buck Williams called for the foul. And Grant to the line. And now Kersey makes his return, and Buck Williams sits down after picking up his second. It has been a quiet series for Buck Williams. As Bob mentioned right at the start of the game, he's bothered by a bruised heel. Nice pass from Grant, finding Williams. And the game is tied at 17. Good setup from Porter. Blazers lead 19-17. Jordan. And that is his first field goal. Bulls and Blazers at 19 apiece. Kersey able to penetrate. 8 points for Kersey. The Blazers lead by 2.
And that's the freewheeling type of attack that the Trailblazers want to get involved with. Couple passes, put it on the floor, break down the defense.
Last couple of times down, Drexler getting some help with Jordan. Williams rejected by Robinson. Here comes Porter. And it's Kersey again, giving Portland a 23-19 lead. Ainge with the steal. Kersey for Drexler. Rebound, Kersey. Jerome Kersey with a magnificent first quarter. This is his style, and he has really hurt the Bulls. 6 of 11, 12 points. Blazers lead 25-19. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Down to 5. Jordan. And it will be Blazer ball with 2 seconds remaining. That's the end of the first. A good spurt by the Trailblazers. And they lead the Bulls by the score of 25-19.
Good defense will produce easy offense. The block shot that time by Robinson helps to trigger the fast break. Blazer basketball. Get out, fill the lanes, and then the ability to convert at the end. Porter getting Kersey involved early in the game, and then turning the tables around, paying attention to some sloppy play. The steal takes place on the inbounds pass. Danny Ainge heads up at all times. Don't get careless. The Trailblazers make it pay at their end of the floor again. The transition game.
So big quarter for Jerome Kersey, leading the way with 12 of the 25.
Tomorrow on ESPN Classic. At 8, a true story about the 1919 Chicago White Sox players who gambled away the World Series. A Real Classics Extra, 8 Men Out. And at 11, it's a modern classic fight. Scott Pemberton battles it out with Omar Chica in a 2004 super middleweight bout. A Real Classics Extra, 8 Men Out at 8. And Scott Pemberton versus Omar Chica at 11. It's all tomorrow on ESPN Classic. Visit us on the web for the complete ESPN Classic schedule.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? Suzuki's giving you the green light. Go. Lease the new Suzuki Grand Vitara starting at $199 a month for 36 months. Hurry in.
You enjoying your Monster Cookie Blizzard?
Mm-hmm. But Dad, where do Monster Cookies come from?
Well...
Hey, what do you do with the green M&Ms?
I'm making a special cookie for Gertrude.
Oh.
I like that. I'll up for it sometime.
It's scary good. The Monster Cookie Blizzard with M&Ms. New at Dairy Queen.
Dell Media Center PCs let you enjoy and share your digital photos. Download pictures from your digital camera, view or play them as a slideshow, print and share with family and friends, all at the touch of a button. Create and enjoy your memories with a Dimension E310 with Windows XP Media Center Edition, a 17-inch flat panel monitor upgrade, and free shipping and handling for just $499. It's more than a picture-perfect PC. It's a Dell.
Powerhouse Plus is dedicated to quality, fairness, and customer satisfaction. We are your #1 resource for realtors, contractors, and home service providers like these fine companies.
With over 25 years of professional experience in swimming pool construction, Sandpiper Pools are fantastic adventures in family swimming and entertainment. Specializing in first-class, premium quality design and construction, it's no surprise that Sandpiper Pools, spas, and fountains are highly sought after by residential homeowners and custom builders alike. Call today.
Convert your unused deck or patio into the most used room in your home. Four Seasons Sunrooms will create year-round comfortable living space that adds beauty and value to your home. And with 14 styles, we have one to fit every budget. Buy this month from Four Seasons Sunrooms and save $2,500.
So many San Diegans are saving time and money around the house. Find hundreds of approved partners and become a member today at PowerhousePlus.com.
Today.
After 1 in Chicago, Portland with a 25-19 lead. Jerome Kersey, for the most part, has been outplayed in the series by Scottie Pippen, but he's come on the last 2 games. He was a key to the victory in Game 4, played well in Game 5 on Friday night, and here in the first quarter, 6 of 11, 12 points, and 5 rebounds.
The reason that it's so important is because they are relying on Kersey to play Pippen defensively and keep pressure on him. Pippen leads the Chicago team in assists. The offense runs through him. So if they can keep pressure on him, obviously it will affect their offensive efficiency. If you get him pumped up at the offensive end, maybe he'll work hard at the defensive end.
Shot clock down to 3. Drexler for 3. Oh, he got the roll. Clyde Drexler has come out with a different personality here in the first half. He's looking to give up the ball. Perhaps the thought that the shot selection was not wonderful in Game 5, and whether it's the coaching staff or Clyde himself, but you can see he has started the game differently. Shot clock at 3. And Michael Jordan drills it home for his second field goal. He has 4. Blazers lead 28-21.
I think that's the way Clyde wants to play, Michael. Challenge him a little bit, but back off so you don't get beat with that first quick long step. Make him make some jump shots before you come out and really get up tight on him.
Well, pretty pass off the dribble by Robinson. Cliff Robinson with a good start. Blazers lead by 9. So that stat earlier, the Chicago Bulls during the course of this series have led for 78% of the minutes played coming into tonight. Jordan Rebounded by Cartwright and knocked away, and the Blazers are back on it. Well, in the first quarter, Portland trailed for only 2 minutes of the 12. Here's Drexler passing the three. Drexler on the tip. And Michael Jordan changed his mind with the three-point opportunity. Pippen, tough angle shot. And it will be Portland possession.
Clyde Drexler with the three gets the real good roll. This thing grabs the rim, finds a way to get back in again. He'll take it anyway. Just so long as Clyde knocks him out, it will open things up on the interior for this Portland team.
Drexler getting inside. Easy opportunity for Drexler, who now is 2 of 8.
Well, he's had 2 layups the last 2 times down. Once he puts them in, things will work out.
Pippen drawing the double team momentarily. Shot clock at 5. Down to 1. Pippen. It's a 24-second violation.
Portland should feel real good about itself right now defensively. They're denying, they're moving their feet, they're getting good help, not getting beat off the dribble.
Timeout taken by Phil Jackson.
At DuPont, we've tested and tested to find the best way to protect your car's finish inside and out. The result? DuPont car care products, the only ones with Teflon to form a non-stick protective barrier, so dirt and mud have a hard time sticking. Now visit us online for great deals on DuPont car care products.
For those who love pistachios, new Planters Pistachio Lovers Mix is made just for you. 50% pistachios, 100% love.
That is sweet.
My pride and joy.
It looks new.
Like right out of the showroom.
That is one great look.
Whoa, hold on, honey. Showing Tom the floor.
Nice floor, Joan.
Make your garage floor the envy of the neighborhood with Rust-Oleum Epoxy Shield, America's best-selling premium garage floor coating. Just prep and go. Simple as painting a wall. Easy to clean and resist peeling. This all-inclusive kit is available at home centers, hardware stores, and automotive retailers near you. For a high-gloss showroom finish, top coat with Epoxy Shield Premium Clear Coating.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yo, Pepto-Bismol. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yo, Pepto-Bismol. Pink does more than you think. Word.
The 2006 FIFA World Cup comes to ESPN Classic. Every match is bound to be classic, so ESPN Classic gives you classic replay. The most exciting matches every weekday at 5 throughout the FIFA World Cup. Weekdays, if you miss a key match in the morning, or if you just gotta see it again, catch the classic replay at 5.
You gotta love this
2006 FIFA World Cup Classic Replay. Weekdays at 5 Eastern throughout the FIFA World Cup, only at ESPN Classic.
Where dreams become reality. Where teams become dynasties.
And still champions of the world.
Where all it takes to become a champion is just one play. The Classic NBA Finals weekend, all day today and tomorrow, only on ESPN Classic.
The top 5 reasons you can't blame Greg Norman for not winning more majors, Tuesday.
A few moments ago, Jerome Kersey was on a roll. He had scored 14 points, but then he committed a personal foul. As he came out, he questioned, why are you taking me out? Rick Adelman said it's 3 fouls. Personal fouls are a problem. We got to get you out. Then when Rick checked back with his bench and they checked their stats, they realized that Kersey actually had only 1 personal foul. In looking up at the scoreboard, there was misinformation up there. Adelman read it the wrong way. Kersey was taken out of the game. As we come back to play now, Kersey's on the floor.
Yes, Jerome Kersey with only 1 foul. I thought was that perhaps he was taking him out to settle him down, but he thought he had 3 fouls on him. So Kersey, as you say, is back. Chicago in the midst of a 7-2 run without Michael Jordan over the last minute and 59.
You know, going back to that situation, it probably was a good move that he came out of the game. Get him relaxed, settle back down again after that foul that he picked up on Pippen with the elbow.
Now Drexler being guarded by Hansen. Kersey met on a switch. Drexler. Loose ball foul. Called on the Bulls. Let's go over to Ahmad.
All right, Mike and Marv. Part of that confusion was that Mike Sheminsky, the trainer, was not keeping a correct count of how many fouls that Kersey had. Rick Adelman extremely upset at Sheminsky.
All right, and here comes Michael Jordan for Bobby Hansen, who committed that foul. 6:40 remaining in the first half. Marv Albert with the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello, and Ahmad Rashad. Drexler, he was pushed.
The problem with the Portland offense at times is that with their passing game motion offense, it becomes very congested. The spacing is not good. As a result, you try and make passes in close quarters. Too many bodies. You have 6, 8 bodies all in the paint area there. It makes it tough to see, deliver, and catch, and then convert at the end.
Drexler to the line. He was pushed by Grant. At one point in the series, Clyde hit 28 straight. At the free throw line, he's off to a slow start. As you can see, only 2 of 9 from the field. 7 points for Drexler. It's the Blazers 34 and the Bulls 28.
It's a deceiving 2 for 9 though, because he's had some real good shot opportunities, which normally he's going to make the inside layups.
And Cartwright's pass picked off by Robinson.
That's the pressure defense, the hands. The second time we've seen it pay off. Robinson, earlier Porter with the good hands, caused the turnover.
Cliff Robinson has had a strong all-around first half. Nice feed. Robinson from Kersey, and the Blazers lead 36-28.
Spacing that time much better for Portland. They were spread out. They had Chicago's defense extended. Therefore, you can run back doors and make passes in the open passing lanes.
Here's Pippen. And Buck Williams with the box out. Porter for Robinson. Drexler passed on the 3. And it's rebounded by Jordan. Picked off by Porter. 2 on 1. Jordan back. Drexler goes right at him. Blazers with their biggest lead of the night.
Terry Porter back in transition defense. Porter 2 on 1. Played the middle linebacker role. Eyes seeing the whole floor. Anticipated the pass and then went and picked it off.
It's a 10-point lead for Portland. B.J. Armstrong. And it's swept by Clyde Drexler. Porter stumbling, but able to get it to Kersey. Drexler around Cartwright. Once again, it's Drexler on the drive. Blazers lead 40-28. And the Bulls calling for time. Couldn't get the timeout. The ball was knocked out of the hands of Armstrong, and last touch by Armstrong as the Bulls were trying to indicate the timeout, and they may have relaxed for an instant. It will be Portland ball when we come back following the timeout.
And Porter caught 2 on 1, caught right behind him. Pippen trying to fill the left lane, comes up with the steal, and then lets Drexler be the decision maker. Makes a nice decision. Clyde goes by Cartwright. He knows there's a mismatch there, and then Jordan try and get there a little bit too late.
The top 5 reasons you can't blame Greg Norman for not winning more majors. Did he chase an unreachable idol?
There's no question Norman modeled his career on Nicklaus.
I think the expectation was very high.
Was it the gallery's fault?
People called him a choker, and I'm sure to some extent that bothered him.
Or was he destined to fail?
There was this kryptonite to his Superman. He just seemed to find it more than anybody else.
The top 5 reasons you can't blame Greg Norman for not winning more majors. 10 p.m. Tuesday, only on ESPN Classic.
Come on, it's not going to get any greener.
Why? Oh. Okay, here we go. Thanks, honey. Oh.
Lock the door, lock the door.
Open your window! Open your window!
Go!
The Passat wagon. Lowest ego emissions of any German-engineered vehicle.
Have you made the O part of your life? At Overstock.com, you'll find thousands of new products for your home, health, entertainment, and more at up to 70% off. Each order ships for a simple flat rate. The O Travel Store offers low booking fees, and O auctions are safer with their trusted merchant program. Plus, 24-hour customer service and a fraud protection team make online shopping safe for you. Make the O part of your life. Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
Never thought I'd switch toothpaste.
I thought toothpaste was toothpaste.
Can switching your toothpaste really improve the health of your teeth and gums?
Only Colgate Total protects for a full 12 hours, fighting the germs that cause plaque, gingivitis, and bad breath.
After I switched, the dentist said there was less plaque between my teeth.
My gums were healthier.
I didn't realize my teeth and gums would be that much healthier just from switching to Colgate Total.
Switch to the #1 toothpaste recommended most by dentists.
Colgate Total. We'll give you a healthier mouth, guaranteed.
You should try it.
Dell Media Center PCs let you enjoy and share your digital photos. Download pictures from your digital camera. View or play them as a slideshow. Print and share with family and friends, all at the touch of a button. Create and enjoy your memories with a Dimension E310 with Windows XP Media Center Edition, a 17-inch flat panel monitor upgrade, and free shipping and handling for just $4.99. It's more than a picture-perfect PC.
Well, I can't walk.
If you or a loved one suffer from limited mobility, we have incredible news. Now you may qualify for your very own...
B.J. Armstrong forced into the turnover. Good pressure by Cliff Robinson. Was last touched by Armstrong.
And John Paxson had been up at the table ready to report in. He was on his way back because he knew Phil Jackson had signaled for the timeout.
Chicago, with Jordan sitting down getting a rest, outscored Portland 7-2 in one of those oddities with Michael back on the floor. Portland has unleashed 8 straight points, making 10 in a row, yes, and it counts. Buck Williams with a strong drive, fouled by Scott Williams, and Buck will go to the line.
You don't associate Buck Williams and putting the ball on the floor from the top of the circle, taking it to the basket, but he had the step, put it down with his left hand, good concentration and conversion.
Buck Williams on the line for the first time. The Blazers 43, the Bulls 28. Portland playing for its playoff life. And they've jumped in front by 15, hoping to tie the series at 3 to force a 7th game here in Chicago on Wednesday. The Bulls seeking to wrap it up. Pippen rejected and fouled by Kersey.
Well, the defense is swarming right now for Portland, and with their athleticism, they have the ability to change and block shots. That time, the block was good. It was the left hand in the back. That's where the foul was called.
An 11-0 run overall by the Blazers. And that now is number 2 committed by Jerome Kersey. Pippen to the line for the first time. Scottie Pippen picking up his free throw shooting after he had some difficulties in Game 4. So the Blazers lead it by the score of 43-30. 3:45 remaining. First half, and Ames lost it.
What What you want to do is try and have the guy bring the ball up the floor against who you feel is the weakest defender, the guy least likely to put pressure on the ball. They felt that the matchup of Paxson on Ainge, that would be the best way. Bring it up with Danny Ainge, take some pressure off the other guys. Didn't work out that way.
Brown trying to get the balls back into it. Jordan drew the foul. It's a chant we have not heard during the playoffs. Let's go Bulls from this capacity crowd at Chicago Stadium. Michael Jordan to the line for the first time. Michael coming into tonight's game with an injured thigh and a twisted left ankle, although he told us prior to the game that he's all right. He has played through a host of injuries right through the playoffs. Here's Terry Porter coming back. And he replaces Cliff Robinson, who had an excellent first half.
Cliff Robinson, not only his ability to score the basketball, but he is a highly skilled player. He passes, he finds open people, blocks shots at the defensive end, gives you a little bit of everything, and then flexibility as far as where you want to play him. Big forward, small forward, even the center spot at times.
Robinson 4 of 6, 8 points. Portland 43, Chicago 32.
Chicago now extending his defense with their trapping defense. Grant up on the ball. Portland wants to attack this for scores if it can.
Porter giving the three. Terry Porter with the three-pointer. Portland so successful during the course of the regular season and the earlier rounds of the playoffs from three-point land, but they have had a horrendous time of it in this series. Today, though, they've hit 2 of 3 from downtown. Michael Jordan has 8 points, and the Blazers now lead 46-34.
Prior to today's game, they were 8 for 45 in this series, just over 17% from the three-point line.
Drexler trying to save it. Jordan able to recapture. And the Bulls reset it. Shot clock at 5. Pippen checking the clock. Pippen off the spin. Rebound Williams. Williams again. He pops it out. Jordan for 3.
You're not going to believe this when I tell you, but he really didn't shoot that one well. It wasn't the kind of look that he wanted. It was more of a line drive type shot than his normal off behind the three-point line.
So the Portland lead is now 9. They've led by as many as 15. Terry Porter.
Timeouts wisely in this building against Chicago. Don't let them get on a roll. Keep the crowd out of it if you can.
Drexler knocking it away. Shot clock at 9. Jordan. And again it's Scott Williams. And he's called for a timeout.
On the glass, and Scott Williams, a big wide body, keeps it alive and then kicks it back out deep. Michael Jordan calls for it and says, I'll take it from here. Shoots a line drive 3, knocks it out at the bottom. And again, the big wide body on the glass with the good hands, giving Chicago second chance opportunities. Surrounded that time, he decided to utilize the 20-second timeout and save what could have been an errant pass.
5 rebounds for Scott Williams, 3 from the offensive glass. 1:50 remaining in this first half, and Portland with a 46-37 lead. The Blazers led by as many as 15, but Chicago has turned it off a 9-3 run. Now the Blazers have called for a 20-second timeout.
This might be a good opportunity to take Porter and put him outside on Michael Jordan. Jordan's gone by Drexler the last couple of times off the dribble. Perhaps Clyde a little bit fatigued right now. Take Clyde, put him down against Pippen, who's not as quick off the dribble as Jordan. Play Porter on Jordan, play Drexler on Pippen to change the matchup, give a guy a chance to catch his breath.
You mentioned right at the start that Michael Jordan is having one of the remarkable playoff series of all time. Clyde Drexler has had his ups and downs, although he's averaged 25 a game. But the stats can be deceiving. For example, back in Game 5, he did score 30 points, but he did not shoot well, and his shot selection also certainly could be questioned. Scottie Pippen, rebounded by Clyde Drexler. Drexler, though, has sparked his Blazers the last couple of minutes now from three-point range. Rebounded by Grant. 3-on-2. It's Pippen kicking it out to Paxson. Rebounded by Pippen. Now Jordan for three. Yes! So Portland leading by 6. The Bulls in the midst of a spurt. Terry Porter able to answer. Looks like the stroke has returned for Porter.
Remember, when you take long perimeter jump shots and they're not going down, you get long rebounds off the rim. And with this Chicago team, they run out so well, you want to try and control that. Take high percentage shots, particularly when you come in shooting 17% from the three-point line.
Scott Williams to the post-up move. His second field goal off the good fake. And he's brought Chicago within 6 with a half-minute left in this first half. Nice pass from Drexler, and he's fouled. Scott Williams called for the foul on Buck Williams.
An excellent look that time by Clyde. Williams had turned his head for a split second, lost sight of Buck Williams as Buck ran the backdoor move. Little pump fake, ball fake to get him in the air, and then the contact on the arms.
Scott Williams hears it from the crowd as Cliff Livingston checks in. 4 points, 5 rebounds for Scott Williams. Coming up on the Prudential halftime report, we will hear live from the two coaches who most recently won back-to-back NBA titles. Pat Riley, who did it with the Lakers in '87 and '88. And his Knicks took the Bulls to 7 games this year. And Chuck Daly, who won consecutive championships with the Pistons in '89 and '90. They'll join Bob Costas and Quinn Buckner. Coming up on the Prudential halftime report.
Chicago will use its open or spread set. Let Michael Jordan try and break down Clyde Drexler off the dribble. If they come in double team, they'll have Paxson spotting up, they'll have Pippen spotting up, and then send Grant and Livingston to the glass. Portland trying to get the ball out of Jordan's hands early.
Drexler poked it away. Jordan got it to Paxson for 3. Rebound Pippen, and he drew the foul as time runs out. Pippen was hacked, and he will go to the line. The foul committed by Percy. That is 3rd. Zeros on the clock. No time remaining. And Pippen to the line. He is 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 76% for the season. And the officials are waving the players off the line. Saying it is tougher to shoot the free throws without players lined up.
You feel lonely. You're out there by yourself. You know there's 20,000 people in here looking at you. There's nobody around to give you any support on either side.
Scottie Pippen hits the free throws, so the Blazers by 6 at halftime. Clyde Drexler did not shoot well, 4 of 13 for his 11 points. Michael Jordan coming on late in the second quarter, finished at 5 of 10 for his 14.
'2006 FIFA World Cup Classic Replay, weekdays at 5 Eastern throughout the FIFA World Cup.
Where dreams become reality. Where teams become dynasties.
And still champions of the world.
Where all it takes to become a champion is just one play. The Classic NBA Finals weekend, all day today and tomorrow, only on ESPN Classic.
Tomorrow on ESPN Classic. At 8, a true story about the 1919 Chicago White Sox players who gambled away the World Series. A real Classics Extra, 8 men out. And at 11, it's a modern classic fight. Scott Pemberton battles it out with Omar Chica in a 2004 super middleweight bout. A real Classics Extra, 8 men out at 8. And Scott Pemberton versus Omar Chica at 11. It's all tomorrow on ESPN Classic. Visit us on the web for the complete ESPN Classic schedule.
Half of Game 6 of the 1992 NBA Finals. I'm Dave Revson. Welcome back to ESPN Classic's NBA Finals weekend. Coming up next, Portland would extend the margin to 17 late in the third, with perennial All-Star Clyde Drexler and talented forward Jerome Kersey leading the charge. But would it be enough to hold off the charging Bulls?
A moment ago, Clyde Drexler was called for the offensive foul for holding Michael Jordan, not allowing Jordan to run around. A close look shows you that the wrist right there is where he grabs and holds on. And earlier, the same call against Jordan. He held Drexler's wrist. They don't allow that. Good call. Now, as Cartwright turns in, smashing Duckworth's nose, the big fella in there with little gauze, and you called it earlier, they need some of those trainers to come in and do some work here.
Well, that was a referee, as we thought. Boxing referee. Portland by 12. 6:45 remaining in this third quarter. And the Blazers turn it over. Stacey King has checked in for the first time. So King is up front, along with Grant Pippen, Jordan, and Paxson in the backcourt. Pippen lost it. He thought he was fouled. Phil Jackson now complaining, being waved back to the bench by Ed Rush. Buck Williams with a rare outside shot. The tip missed by Drexler, then Kersey. Drexler gets it back. And they get the new 24. Here's Kersey. Yes. It has been a magnificent night for Jerome Kersey. He has 20. And the Blazers lead it 64-50. Halfway through the third. Paxson then on a switch by Buck Williams. The mismatch is Drexler and Grant. Paxson to the scoop.
Portland has to make a decision on those dribble handoffs or split screens, whether to stay with their own people or switch. They've decided to switch out, but it leaves a big guy trying to guard a guard off the dribble.
Kersey with an open shot. Jerome Kersey is hitting from all angles. Blazers lead 66-52. Porter guarding Jordan. Porter trying to draw the offensive foul. 16 for Jordan.
It's one of the few areas on the floor where Portland knows for sure that it wants to come and double team, and that's when Jordan is down in the low post, but you have to bring him to the double team.
Buck Williams will go to the foul line. Scottie Pippen called for the personal. For Pippen, it is his second. Earlier in this series, we were talking about the improved free throw shooting of Buck Williams when he first broke into the league as a member of the New Jersey Nets. He struggled at the line, but he's come a long way. Buck now 75% from the free throw line. And he's 4 for 4 tonight. You can see the progress that he has made in the finals, shooting better than 90% at the line.
Because of turnovers that they forced, steals, 8 steals, and then offensive rebounds. They have 11 at this point. I'm talking about Portland. They have 10 more field goal attempts right now than the Chicago Bulls do. 56-46 in field goal attempts.
Cliff Livingston checked back in, providing a rest for Scottie Pippen. Blazers by 14. Buck Williams. stepping out for the steal. What a play by Buck Williams. Porter with the change of direction. And he thought he was fouled.
Out of control. Dribble penetration out of control.
And Jordan lost it. Livingston recovers. Here's Paxson for three. Rebounded by Porter. Blazers have to love this style of play, though. Kersey gets it to Drexler. This is Portland's brand of basketball. They have the tempo going in their direction.
And it's all happened because of their hard work. They're on the glass. They're out in passing lanes. We saw Buck Williams just pick up the steal. Second and third shot opportunities.
Biggest lead of the night, 16-point margin for the Blazers, trying to tie the series at 3, forcing a Game 7 on Wednesday. Livingston is fouled. That draws the sardonic roar from the crowd.
There have been a number of times that Clyde Drexler has wound up open under the basket. His teammates are finding him. Kersey with the good look, Clyde with the conversion.
Buck Williams charged with his third. And Clifton Livingston will go to the line.
That's all part of the Portland transition game of crossing either the big guard or small forward under the basket after the pass has been advanced to a corner. That time for Portland it was advanced to the left corner. Kersey had the ball. Drexler made the cut under the basket.
Portland with the ball and a 15-point lead. 3:40 remaining. Third quarter. Kersey guarded by Livingston. Shot clock at 2. Porter. Jordan. And he'll go to the line. Duckworth saying, is it on me? Yes, it is. Said Hugh Evans. Duckworth called for his fourth. Well, they say a non-shooting foul. Livingston will throw in.
They called Duckworth for shoving the screener into where Jordan was trying to shoot the ball, therefore no shot attempt.
Now Jordan is fouled. It counts, and the foul called on Porter.
The team scored.
Jordan knows he can get a good look over Porter. Porter tries to body him out, and then just the touch on the turn is where the whistle is called. Now, with this lead that Portland has of 13 points with Michael shooting, and knowing that Drexler has 4 fouls, just around 3 minutes remaining in this quarter, is it a good time to take him out, rest him, so you have him for the entire fourth quarter with 2 fouls to use? You wouldn't want him to pick up one right now, holding this lead.
Portland by 12. Robinson. Dangerous passing by the Blazers. They got away with it, though. Drexler able to hit, and the foul. 17 for Drexler. Livingston called for the foul.
Well, the interior passing is so difficult, but players with good hands. First, Robinson finds a handle, then he looks for an open teammate. Clyde stays after it, finds the handle, and the score, and the free throw opportunity.
A.J. Armstrong come on for John Paxson. E.J. played 10 minutes in the first half, did not score. 2:45 to go in the third, and the Blazers lead by 15 points.
And Adelman is playing Drexler on B.J. Armstrong, Porter on Jordan to avoid the foul situation.
Robinson with the block, and the foul is called. Livingston will go to the line.
First the block attempt, and then the live bodies on the glass. This is what Cliff Livingston goes in the game for, to get second, third shot opportunities, do all the dirty work in the lane around the basket.
So Cliff Robinson with his first. Livingston is 1 of 3 from the line. Evan Duckworth sitting down after picking up his fourth. Well, the Bulls having their problems at the line while Portland has been perfect. Blazers 13 for 13 at the line. Here's Drexler allowed to penetrate. Jordan putting the move on Porter. Stopped by Drexler. Terry Porter hitting the floor hard, along with Clyde Drexler. B.J. Armstrong called on the foul.
Just a terrific defensive effort by Clyde Drexler. Jordan goes by the first two defenders. Drexler running the floor the whole way, setting this up way behind as far as steps, but the perfect timing, and he covers so much ground to get the block and save what looks to be like a sure score. Great defensive play, particularly with 4 fouls on Clyde Drexler. And Jackson can't believe it.
The 5th team foul on the Bulls. Porter is now 4 of 4 from the line. Drexler will sit down. Drexler with 18 points, but only 6 of 17 from the field. So it's Portland up 75-58 as we come up on 2 minutes to go in the third. Armstrong with his first field goal. Blazers by 15. Here's Porter. And once again, the Blazers control the offensive board.
13 offensive rebounds for Portland.
Porter, Terry Porter with 18. Portland leads 77-60. The difference in this game, along with the production of Jerome Kersey, the fact that Terry Porter came out very offensive-minded. Although he did not hit early, it got him into it early. Armstrong with the shot clock down to 1.
But it had to be a combination. Porter asserting himself and Clyde Drexler pulling back a little bit at the beginning of the game to allow Terry to get off. You can't have everyone fighting for shots.
Here's Ainge. Yes. Danny Ainge with his first field goal. Blazers red hot. Now lead 79-62.
Danny Ainge with a good 4-inch advantage over B.J. Armstrong. Just backs him to the spot, shoots over the top.
Jordan to the spin. And Kersey felt that there showed an offensive foul on Jordan.
And Jordan felt he should have been shooting a free throw after he scored the basket.
See the differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 5 of the 24. Robinson lost it. Here's Livingston. And it will be Chicago ball with 4 3/10 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
You have to watch for Michael Jordan back cutting and going to the basket for a lob. They like to use this with not too many seconds left on the clock.
John Paxson replacing Cliff Livingston.
With Michael out of bounds also after the pass now. Watch him stepping in quick.
Armstrong. So time runs out in the third. The Portland Trailblazers outscore the Chicago Bulls 29-20 in the third, and they lead it by 15 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll be back after these words from your local station.
The 2006 FIFA World Cup comes to ESPN Classic. Every match is bound to be classic, so ESPN Classic gives you classic.
What is going to determine whether or not it's a flagrant foul? Kersey has already been called for 1 flagrant foul. Previously obviously in the finals. Rick Adelman doesn't quite agree with the call, obviously.
Stacey King, a 75% free throw shooter. As Kersey involved on that flagrant foul of Scott Williams. And that led to the heated discussion between Danny Ainge and Jerome Kersey. Stacey King, you recall, involved with Danny Ferry back in the series against Cleveland.
You're looking on the floor at Chicago's team, the only starter out there, Scottie Pippen. Sometimes coaches, when they realize their starting unit is out of sync, they make a change. They go with the second unit, second group as they call it, and hope that they can shake things up.
Wexler back. Pippen able to elude Wexler, who did not want to pick up his fifth. So the Bulls have come out roaring at the start of the fourth. The Blazers now lead by 9.
And after that basket, Rick Adelman started to signal timeout, but changed his mind and let him play through it.
Cliff Robinson has said Portland leads 81-70. There's King, fouled by Duckworth. That's number 5 on Kevin Duckworth.
When you're matched up and you're playing Stacey King, you have to play him strong for the left-hand drive. He's not going to put the ball down with his right hand and try and beat you to the basket.
Now Portland takes a timeout. We'll be right back.
Have a good day, honey.
Bye, honey.
I gotta go. See you guys later.
There's nothing routine about it. The 8-passenger pilot from Honda.
And so they came. The office plants. They left behind the cubicles of the commoditized, enticed by the allure of the innovators. For the office plants, they knew that innovation brings growth, and only in growth do all pots get watered. IBM, innovation for growth.
For those who love pistachios, new Planters Pistachio Lovers Mix is made just for you. 50% pistachios, 100% love.
Every day, people save more and more money on Priceline. Save when you find your own hotel. Save even more when we find it for you. Priceline now has more ways to save than any leading travel site. Priceline, more ways to save. Here's another way. Hotels up to half off. Book top hotels this summer and save up to 50% off Expedia and Hotels.com. Only on Priceline.
Tomorrow on ESPN Classic. At 8, a true story about the 1919 Chicago White Sox players who gambled away the World Series. A Real Classics Extra, 8 men out. And at 11, it's a modern classic fight. Scott Pemberton battles it out with Omar Chica in a 2004 super middleweight bout. A Real Classics Extra, 8 men out at 8. And Scott Pemberton versus Omar Chica at 11. It's all tomorrow on ESPN Classic. Visit us on the web for the complete ESPN Classic schedule.
Where dreams become reality. Where teams become dynasties.
And still champions of the world.
Where all it takes to become a champion is just one play. The Classic NBA Finals weekend, all day today and tomorrow, only on ESPN Classic.
Stacey King back to the line. The crowd detecting the possibility of a run by the Bulls, who have been sparked by this unit. Stacey King, Scott Williams, Scott Pippen up front with Bobby Hansen and B.J. Armstrong in the backcourt. Chicago now 12 of 18 from the line. Portland has been perfect. They've hit all 15. So the Bulls, chipping away, have cut that 17-point Portland lead down to 9. Pressure by Chicago. Robinson, rebounded by Williams.
Robinson got caught halfway in between deciding whether to shoot it or give it up to someone else. He was so open, it was like an afterthought. He didn't really want to stroke that one.
Shot clock to 4. Pippen, yes. The Blazers 81. The Bulls 74. And the Bulls are doing it without Michael Jordan on the floor. A double dribble called by Mike Mathis. He hesitated. Scottie Pippen gave the indication, and then the call was made.
Sometimes you just want to be sure that it's the right call before you make it. Scottie Pippen has Drexel down low, uses his size, just muscle it up inside on the post-up move.
Michael Jordan cheering on his team from the bench. A 10-2 run by Chicago, and off that turnover, it will be Chicago ball when we resume.
Mark, I disagree with that last call. You can always pick up a fumbled basketball. He did not try to re-dribble the ball. He lost control, fumbled it, picked it up off the ground. You're allowed to do that.
And the Trailblazers certainly felt that it was a wrong call. You may have seen the reaction of Rick Allen. But on the turnover, it comes back to Chicago. They pulled within 7. Phil Jackson staying with this unit. Armstrong. Yes. The Portland lead is down to 5. 9 minutes to go in the fourth. Offensive foul on Portland. It's called on Buck Williams.
It's got to be the toughest thing to stay within what you were doing the whole game when every call, everything seems to be going against you. It takes terrific concentration to try and hold and maintain a lead, particularly in this building.
King. Yes. Buck Williams tried to draw the foul. The Bulls with a 3. And they've done it with Michael Jordan sitting out. Portland calling for time.
King down to the low post, gets to a point where he starts to make his move to the middle. Buck gives it the flop, falls down. You don't want to fall on the floor that close to the basket.
Did he chase an unreachable idol?
There's no question Norman modeled his career on Nicholas.
Or was he destined to fail?
There was this kryptonite to his Superman. He just seemed to find it more than anybody else.
The top 5 reasons you can't blame Greg Norman. 10 p.m. Tuesday on ESPN Classic.
Now playing. Get your rear in gear.
Do I spot a little pinstriping tattoo back there?
Oh, you saw that?
Disney Pixar's Cars. Rated G.
All right.
Show off. Now playing.
Gesundheit!
The world moves too slow.
Come on, let's go!
But on June 23rd,
I'm looking for a universal remote control.
We're about to rock your world.
he'll get the power
Playing some catch?
Yeah, but your kid stinks.
to click to the good parts.
Give me a break. I'm so tired of having this argument.
Skip the whole fight.
Adam Sandler.
Let's slow things down for a better look.
I guess I'm just what I need.
Click. Rated PG-13.
Somewhere between getting the free camera, the free CDs, the free dinner, and the free plane tickets. Somewhere between saying goodbye and coming home, you'll get trip rewards for staying at Super 8. See you along the way. Get more rewards with Trip Rewards at Super 8.
Drive to rewards at Super 8 and you can win a hot Chevy Uplander. For details, visit super8.com.
Have you made the O part of your life? At Overstock.com, you'll find thousands of new products for your home, health, entertainment, and more at up to 70% off. Each order ships for a simple flat rate. The O Travel Store offers low booking fees, and O auctions are safer with their trusted merchant program. Plus, 24-hour customer service and a fraud protection team make online shopping safe for you. Make the O part of your life. Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
He scored over 1,000 goals. He won 3 World Cups. He earned a reputation for honesty and fair play. Now, Pelé has joined a new team.
Tem muita gente decente trabalhando na indústria do cinema e nós temos que combater a pirataria por causa disso.
Rent, buy, or download, but do it legally.
E fazer gol de placa contra a pirataria.
Senses that it is slipping away from the Portland Trailblazers. Yes, it is very tough to repeat. Only 4 teams have been able to do it. The Minneapolis Lakers, the LA Lakers, the Boston Celtics, and the Detroit Pistons. The Chicago Bulls trying to repeat. Another Portland turnover. Chicago in the midst of a 14-2 run this fourth quarter. They've hit 5 out of 5 from the field. Michael Jordan has returned. Here's King. Rebounded by Buck Williams. The Blazers have led by as many as 17. They led by 15 at the start of this fourth quarter. It's Drexler. He has 20, and the Blazers now lead by 5.
Now's the decision-making time for Phil Jackson. How long do you go with this unit on the floor? They got you right back in the game. They've used up a lot of energy to do that, and they're not used to playing extended minutes. When do you bring back your main unit?
Armstrong for 3. And it will be Portland ball. Drexler for Robinson. And Scottie Pippen may have gotten away with a travel. Pippen met by Buck Williams. Takes it one-on-one and lost it. Good play by Kersey. Porter trying to push it down. The Bulls able to get back. 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And the Blazers lead by 5. Foul call on Armstrong.
BJ realized that he was in trouble. He got caught guarding Kersey. He took the foul right away rather than let Jerome score a basket right there. Portland must remain aggressive. They must continue to attack, get on the offensive board, get second shot opportunities, play the way they did when they built up that lead.
Here's Drexler. And a traveling violation called on Pippen.
Well, Clyde Drexler had the right idea. Put it on the floor, take it to the basket, try and get the official to blow a whistle to get to the free throw line, build up points that way. But even though no call, they got right back again by the travel taking place. Drexler Draxler trying to get it to the front of the rim. No call is made. He misses the shot. But then afterwards, you had to travel, which gives the ball back to Portland.
Robinson forced to a very difficult shot.
Not the type of shot you want at that time.
Here's Pippen.
Rick Adelman is signaling to his team, move the basketball, pass the basketball. Don't just stop after one pass.
Very tentative pass by Kersey, and Jordan comes up with it. And the Bulls will regroup. Pippen trying to post up. Shot clock at 8. Drexler playing with 4. Here's Jordan. Look out of his falls for time.
Scottie Pippen with the ability to put it on the floor. One dribble from the top of the circle, and he's at the rim for the conversion. Michael, on the other hand, taking the floater just over the outstretched arm.
The 2006 FIFA World Cup comes to ESPN Classic. Every match is bound to be classic, so ESPN Classic gives you classic replay. The most exciting matches every weekday at 5 throughout the FIFA World Cup. Weekdays, if you miss a key match in the morning, or if you just gotta see it again, catch the classic replay at 5.
You gotta love this.
2006 FIFA World Cup Classic Replay. Weekdays at 5 Eastern throughout the FIFA World Cup, only at ESPN Classic.
There's an accident in this country every 5 seconds. Allstate thinks that's too often. So they have rewards to encourage you to drive safely. Now, for each year you go without having one of these, you'll get $100 off your deductible. It's called Deductible Rewards. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Here's to men. To guys who want to take longer drives with fewer pit stops. To guys who want to spend less time in the men's room and more time fishing. And here's to Flomax. It's approved to treat male urinary symptoms due to BPH, also called an enlarged prostate. In 1 week, Flomax may help symptoms like going often, going urgently, weak stream, frequently waking up at night to go. For you, Flomax could make a difference in 1 week. Ask your doctor if symptoms are from BPH, not prostate cancer. Common side effects of Flomax are runny nose, dizziness, and decrease in semen. Upon standing, a sudden decrease in blood pressure may occur, rarely resulting in fainting. So when starting Flomax, avoid situations where injury could result. For more information, call 877-4FLOMAX. Ask your doctor about Flomax. Flomax could make a difference in 1 week.
AIDS is devastating children and young people's lives around the world.
Millions are losing parents, teachers,
brothers and sisters.
They need medicine, food, education, and protection.
UNICEF works in over 150 countries
to stop the devastation of AIDS.
We can create a better future.
Take the step now.
Visit unicefusa.org or call 1-800-4UNICEF today.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Call 800-215-6132 to get your free information kit.
More connections, more support, more savings, more value, more for your business when you partner with Cox. Call today to take advantage of this great offer and see how Cox gives you more of what you need to succeed.
The Chicago Bulls have come back from a 17-point deficit. They are down by only 1 with just under 6 minutes to go in the fourth. The Blazers down to 1 timeout remaining.
And the key thing is that the next mandatory timeout, in other words, when the game is stopped because of its protocol with the NBA, at a certain point it stops. 2:59 is the mark. They only have 1 left, so they have to space it out wisely.
Protocol meaning a television timeout.
Yes. TV timeout.
Get those commercials in so they can pay your salaries on. Chicago with an 18-4 advantage in this fourth quarter. The Blazers have led most of the way. Portland wants a goaltend. Porter was fouled by Armstrong. They will not get the goaltend call.
Take the ball to the basket, try and draw the foul, try and quiet the crowd. Portland wanted the goaltend call. No goaltend.
Terry Porter is 5 of 5 from the line. So Portland 16 of 16 from the foul line.
Their claim was, Portland, that the backboard was touched while the ball was up on the glass. If that's the case, it should be a goaltend then if it's touched while the ball is on the glass.
B.J. Armstrong sitting down, replaced by John Paxson. B.J. leads with 6 points. Paxson has had the hot hand throughout. Portland by 2. The Blazers 85, the Bulls 82. Chicago back to Jordan and Paxson at the guards. Pippen, King, and Williams up front. Stacey King has played a major role. Shot clock to 5. Down to 3. Pippen for 3. 24 for Pippen. Hitting the three-pointer with the shot clock down to 2. Terry Porter able to come back. That's his 7th field goal. He has 22. The Blazers 87. The Bulls 85.
Portland played defense as well as you can play. Pippen just knocked out a sensational shot.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan. Yes. The game is tied at 87. Jordan has 25. The Trailblazers hoping to send this series to a 7th and final game Wednesday here in Chicago. Drexler rejected by Scott Williams. Jordan for 3. Rebounded by Pippen. The Blazers and Bulls tied at 87. The backdoor pass picked off on the deflection. Jordan with the steal. The first time Chicago has led since the opening minutes when they had a 4-2 lead. Here's Drexler. And the game is tied at 89.
Something that Chicago has done throughout the series is hang in on the rebounders. You must pay attention and protect the basketball.
Jordan unhappy with the hand checking of Drexler. King played by Williams. Stacey King. Crowd wanted offensive interference. We're approaching 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Drexler. Scott Williams comes up humbly as Chicago calls for time.
You enjoying your Monster Cookie Blizzard?
Mm-hmm. But Dad, where do Monster Cookies come from?
Well...
Hey, what do you do with the green M&Ms?
I'm making a special cookie for Gertrude.
Oh.
It's scary good. The Monster Cookie Blizzard with M&M's. New at Dairy Queen.
At Geico.com, you can handle all your car insurance needs online. It's so easy, a caveman could do it.
Seriously, we apologize. We had no idea you guys were still around.
Yeah, next time maybe do a little research.
Gentlemen, are we ready to order?
I'll have the roast duck with the mango salsa.
I don't have much of an appetite, thank you.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Whoa! That's one monster case of athlete's foot. Blitz that with Tough Act and Tinactin. It cools, cures, hey, it even prevents most athlete's foot. Lamisol AT can't say that. Get boom! Tough Act and Tinactin.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on, wipe it off. No rubbing, no buffing. New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. New Finish.
Top-rated New Finish, available at Pep Boys, Family Dollar, True Value, Walgreens, AutoZone, Kmart, and other leading stores.
That is sweet.
My pride and joy.
It looks new.
Like right out of the showroom.
That is one great look.
Whoa, hold on, honey. Showing Tom the floor.
Nice floor, Joan.
Make your garage floor the envy of the neighborhood with Rust-Oleum Epoxy Shield, America's best-selling premium garage floor coating. Just prep and go. Simple as painting a wall. Easy to clean and resist peeling. This all-inclusive kit is available at home centers, hardware stores, and automotive retailers near you. For a high-gloss showroom finish, top coat with Epoxy Shield premium clear coating.
Tomorrow on ESPN Classic. At 8, a true story about the 1919 Chicago White Sox players who gambled away the World Series. A Real Classics Extra, 8 men out. And at 11, it's a modern classic fight. Scott Pemberton battles it out with Omar Chica in a 2004 super middleweight bout. A Real Classics Extra, 8 men out at 8. And Scott Pemberton versus Omar Chica at 11. It's all tomorrow on ESPN Classic. Visit us on the web for the complete ESPN Classic schedule.
Whether it's the bad thigh or the injured ankle, Michael Jordan has used this floater a number of times in the game thus far. Not going all the way to the rim, but pulling up in between to get a good look. Clyde, on the other hand, beats Michael off the dribble, but then encounters Scott Williams, who rotates over to block the shot. When you rebound the ball, if you're Portland, against Chicago, you must protect it. They hang in and try and deflect your outlet passes. Jordan coming from behind, the steal, the dunk. Rick Adelman not particularly happy. He felt there was a foul on the play.
Chicago opened this fourth quarter with a 14-2 run, and they did it with Michael Jordan on the bench for the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth. Phil Jackson going with a hybrid lineup, and it worked. The Blazers and Bulls tied at 89. Chicago gunning for its second straight NBA championship. Portland trying to tie the series, hoping to extend to a 7th game here in Chicago on Wednesday. Shot clock down to 5. Jordan, that was deflected short by Drexler. And Buck Williams able to come away with it.
And again, Scottie Pippen slapping at the basketball after Buck came up with the rebound. Remember, the advantage now in timeouts, definitely on Chicago's side.
Here's Williams. He was set up beautifully, but missed the layup.
We mentioned earlier the number of layups and inside shots that they have missed, Portland. You have to convert those.
Scottie Pippen does convert to give Chicago a 91-89 lead. 2:15 remaining in the fourth.
I'm kind of missing where Jerome Kersey has been offensively for the last portion of the game.
Porter stripped by Paxson, and it will be Chicago ball. Ed Rush says it was knocked out of bounds by Terry Porter.
Porter on the way up. Paxson with the hand in there, the strip, and then out of bounds on the sideline.
A minute 50 to go in the fourth. Chicago with a 2-point lead. Drexler playing with 4. Shot clock at 3. Yes! And a timeout call
Introducing the new Northstar V8-equipped GTS. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
Never thought I'd switch toothpaste.
I thought toothpaste was toothpaste.
Can switching your toothpaste really improve the health of your teeth and gums?
Only Colgate Total protects for a full 12 hours, fighting the germs that cause plaque, gingivitis, and bad breath.
After I switched, the dentist said there was less plaque between my teeth.
My gums were healthier.
I didn't realize my teeth and gums would be that much healthier just from switching to Colgate Total.
Switch to the #1 toothpaste recommended most by dentists.
Colgate Total. We'll give you a healthier mouth, guaranteed.
You should try it.
I often get asked how eHarmony works. What actually got my attention was a profile.
It helps you to figure out you, then it helps you to find that person that you are most compatible with.
Then we use a scientific system to match you based on who you are at the very deepest levels.
You don't have to search. eHarmony does the
Searching for you.
And I think eHarmony does it better.
Experience for yourself the magic and joy of true compatibility. Log on to eHarmony.com and get your compatibility profile, a $50 value free.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yo, Pepto-Bismol. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yo, Pepto-Bismol. Pink does more than you think.
Have you made the O part of your life? At Overstock.com, you'll find thousands of new products for your home, health, entertainment, and more at up to 70% off. Each order ships for a simple flat rate. The O Travel Store offers low booking fees, and O Auctions are safer with their trusted merchant program. Plus, 24-hour customer service and a fraud protection team make online shopping safe for you. Make the O part of your life. Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
For those who love pistachios, new Planters Pistachio Lovers Mix is made just for you. 50% pistachios, 100% love.
Where dreams become reality. Where teams become dynasties.
And still champions of the world.
Where all it takes to become a champion is just one play. The classic NBA Finals weekend, all day today and tomorrow, only on ESPN Classic.
2006 FIFA World Cup Classic Replay, weekdays at 5 Eastern throughout the FIFA World Cup.
The largest lead at the end of 3 quarters, with a team coming from behind to win, was 12. The San Francisco Warriors trailed Philadelphia 96-84 back in April of 1967. And San Francisco came back to win the game. Chicago trailed by 15, 79-64, going to this 4th quarter.
I mentioned before about Jerome Kersey. His last score was with 5:22 left in the 3rd quarter. He has 22 points at that time and still has 22.
Here's Drexler, rejected by Williams, but a foul is called. Michael Jordan called for the foul, and Clyde Drexler will go to the line.
The Chicago defense is a suffocating defense. When you make a move on the interior, they always have people there to challenge. Williams' block was good. The foul was called on the way up on Michael Jordan.
Drexler 6 of 6 from the line. He has 23 points, and the Blazers 18 of 18 from the free throw line. The Bulls by 3. 1:31 to go in the 4th. It's a 2-point lead. Portland has used all its timeouts. Ames staying with Pippen in the backcourt.
You dig in now defensively, you must get a stop. There's plenty of time in the basketball game for Portland to come back, tie it, and take the lead.
Shot clock at 10. And a hold on Drexler. That is his 5th. A non-shooting foul.
Clyde realized realizing that they have a foul to give before it becomes bonus, takes one outside before Michael can turn the corner.
1:13 remaining in the fourth. Bulls get the new 24. Both teams have 4 team fouls.
They've been isolating Michael on that left side of the floor. Here's where he knocked down the jump over Clyde last time.
Scott Williams takes the shot. That is not what the Bulls had in mind. Crossway. And it's called a jump ball. Drexler thought he was fouled.
Well, you had Chicago who wanted an offensive foul call. Portland wanted the foul call. Both players had established their position. Williams was under the rim. You're not going to get a charge in the NBA that close to the rim. Drexler wanted the call on the rotating Grant, hitting him on the right side.
49 seconds remaining fourth quarter. The Bulls 93, the Blazers 91.
Grant will try and drop it between Jordan and Williams on a safety tap right here if he can get it.
Mike Mathis attempting to line them up. And the call is Portland ball, deflected out by Chicago. And Rush conferring with Hugh Evans, who had another angle, and they changed the call. The ball goes to Chicago.
Well, Buck gets it in there late, and it's Clyde who sticks that right hand up and touches Clyde's hands, evidently, on the way out of bounds.
The Bulls with the ball and a 2-point lead.
You don't foul now. You dig in and get a stop.
Here's Jordan. The Bulls 95, the Blazers 91. Drexler for 3. Kept alive by Kersey. And the foul is called. It's on Pippen. Chicago over the limit.
Portland never rotates over in time as Michael comes from the right side of the floor. It was an isolation created almost by happenstance. It was there. Michael took advantage of it, saw the opening, took it to the rim.
Michael Jordan coming on in the second half. He has 31. Portland is 19 for 19 from the line. Kersey on the line for the first time. Kersey, a 66% free throw shooter. Cliff Robinson checking in. Replacing Danny Ainge. 27 seconds to go in the fourth. The Bulls lead it by 3.
You have John Paxson boxing out Terry Porter outside the three-point line. You have Michael Jordan paying attention to Drexler so that Portland doesn't miss on purpose, and those guys come flying in. You must be 6 feet behind to give the shooter room. That's the way you can line up.
It's a 2-point Chicago lead. Pressure by the Blazers. Drexler playing with 5 fouls, going for the steal against Jordan. Now Jordan met by Porter. There's a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And now the foul given by Porter.
See, they have no timeouts left, so it's not like they can advance the ball to the half-court line after it. So you go for the steal in the backcourt, and then once it gets over the 10-second line, you must foul so that you get a chance to at least come back and score. You hope that they miss their free throw opportunities.
Michael Jordan is 3 of 3 from the line. He's an 83% free throw shooter. 11 and 8/10 seconds to go in the fourth. The Bulls lead by 2. Chicago 96, Portland 93. The Blazers do not have any timeouts left.
Portland placing 2 players down the floor to try and get a quick hurry-up offense going after this free throw.
4-point Chicago lead. Drexler was shaking, thought there might have been a timeout remaining. Here's Kelsey for 3. Paxson with the rebound. Time running down. The Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship for the 2nd straight season.
Told me the other night in Portland, this one would be more relief. The other one was exhilaration. You still feel the same?
It is, man. It's just so gratifying for me personally. You know, I went through a lot of hard times this year, but you know, I stayed strong. Everybody supported me. You know, we played well today. I'm glad for Bobby Hansen. He was the only guy that didn't have it. I'm glad for him.
There were stretches in the playoffs where you had to carry your team. You were the high scorer again tonight, but you got help, especially from Scotty.
Everybody contributed. Scotty was a real big emphasis in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and you know, I had a rough first half, but these guys carried us, and you know, I was able to get in there in the 4th quarter and help pull it through. So you know, it was a good team effort.